So let's expand templates. So as you can see here, we have all of our templates, and if I move my mouse over towards one of the templates, a preview is automatically displayed on the screen. If I keep my mouse in that position, eventually that preview will be removed from the screen. And that preset value that you saw a second ago with regards to the time of the delayed close, that controls the speed at which that close happens. Now you may find as you're using this on maybe new projects that the hover does not show anything at all. All that you need to ensure is that you have at least opened and displayed in the template editor your templates prior to using the hover. So basically, to engage the hover properly, you need to have ensured that you've at least at some point just shown that template in the template editor. To get to the template editor, all you need to do is to right click on templates and click template editor, and that takes you straight into the template editor. You'll notice there's some visual changes in here, and that's covered in a separate video. The great thing about the Toolspace is that rather than having to just cycle through my templates to find the one I'm after, I can simply right click on the one that I'm after and edit it directly, and that will jump me straight to the template that I want to make a change to. So for ease of access and finding your templates and just seeing what you have in your template library, this is a very quick feature. Let's just minimize templates. Alignments, depending on what platform you're using, will show you either your Civil 3D alignments in the Civil 3D platform. So you'll notice there's a correlation. If I pop into Civil 3D Toolspace here, there's a correlation between all of the alignments in Civil 3D and this list here. Basically, we're reading all of your Civil 3D alignments with the addition of this little green tick. What this means is that Civil Site Design is using that alignment within the project. So this can be really helpful to find out if you have a particular alignment, if it's being used. If we expand parametric alignments, this is all of the alignments that are used predominantly by network strings, curve returns, knuckles, cul-de-sacs, etc. We will generally automatically create those alignments for you. They go into this little pot here. Now, when it comes to hovering and finding particular curve return alignments, we'd recommend that you do that via the network strings option, which we're going to explore very shortly. So we'll just minimize parametric alignments and we'll minimize alignments. All of your road strings will be found within this particular part of the form. So if you do want to find where a particular road string is, you can see there as I'm hovering over road 1, which is this road here, we get a little highlight being shown over the top of that particular alignment. Same goes with network strings. If we expand the curve returns, this is probably not the right zoom level to be trying this out, but what we'll do is we'll zoom down here. You can see we can pick up those particular curve returns simply by hovering. As you're creating models and surfaces within Civil Site Design, the CSD surfaces will present a list of surfaces and will actually segregate those into relevant pots. So if you happen to create a Civil Site Design volume surface, or even a pasted surface, or even simply a string surface from the vertical grading editor, these will all be displayed in these little pots, meaning that you don't have to have all of your surfaces being displayed in the one list. The same goes with your models. You'll find that if you have any built models, they will be listed in here, but things like surface extend models will be segregated into this separate pot, meaning that it's much easier to see them. You can also create your subgrade models, and if you haven't found out about subgrade models, in version 23.1, Subgrade Model Manager came out, which means that you can basically build any subgrade model from any model, including model builder models, within the Civil Site Design. And we've also got your corridor models. So if you are familiar with some of the Civil 3D output features on the Civil 3D platform, where we can create Civil 3D profiles, profile views, and corridors, you can also use the corridor modeling feature now directly through Toolspace. And we're also displaying your threads. So if you do use threads, or you find that you're accessing them frequently, you can now double click on a thread to run it. More sort of generic drawing-based or project-based commands are actually found down the bottom. So we have Project Assist. We also have, clicking on this second button in from the left, the option to run things like toggle display, CAD output, drawing cleanup, etc. Found next to that, we have a number of options related to creation of Kogo points, and one of the new features we've got here, which is convert objects to Kogo, will allow you to take 2D objects within your drawing and convert them to Kogo points for the purposes of a surface. Very good feature, worth having a look at that particular video. We've got the Excel reporting, volumes, labels, and plotting all found down here. So particularly plotting, meaning that you can go ahead and plot directly from this button down here. The model viewer button is also found down the bottom right.